Hello,
Hi,
I'm Aleksi,
I'm Kappe.
and we're from a band called Dirt. Pretty good, busy.
Yeah. The album has been out since last Friday, and it took some time to kind of realize that it's finally out.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I understand it, feels very good.
Yeah, it feels surreal,
Yeah.
to be honest, since we came up with these songs in 2019 and 2020 and recorded the album in 2020, so it's been a ride
Yeah.
to get to this point, but it's out and people seem to enjoy it.
I was at home watching, was it the last episode of the new Mayans season, I believe. So nothing that wild. I had a gig the next day, so
Yeah.
just taking it easy. But yeah, I mean, I've seen some reactions on social media, of course, and I haven't been that actively looking into that stuff yet. But so far, it seems that people seem to really understand that we're a good band.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great. I think 2020 was supposed to be the year, and
The
then after that, when that went south, it was okay. 2021, this is the year.
This is our
This
year.
is the year.
Yes.
Let's go. And
Bring it on.
now it's 2022, and this is really, third time's the charm.
But we made the record deal with Ranka in 2021, so that was the beginning of this whole process to release the album. So yeah, it went naturally to the year 2022.
Yeah.
And now it feels like it's fine.
Yeah.
2021 was kind of shitty year, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
two
it
gigs,
was.
2 gigs, whole year.
Hey, that's more than
Yep.
most bands.
Yeah, but of all the years we've mentioned, now this is definitely the best year of them all to release the album. So
It is. We had the motivation always, but the mojo was kind of missing because we had an album of songs that we just couldn't release to a world without gigs. There's no point, in our opinion, to do that.
yeah, and
It crossed our minds too, but we were instantly like, no, we can't release an album and just no gigs whatsoever.
or the process, a lot of setbacks. I'd say has been. So it's that you work and then there's kind of like something that's in a way the world and everything just pushing you back, and then but still you just go forward. So yeah, it was a tough 2 years, to get to this point with everything, in the band, with the record, and of course, our personal lives and all that stuff. A lot of stuff has happened.
A
during
lot
the
of
past
shit
year.
happened at the same time, and yeah,
Yeah.
we're proud of what we've done.
Yeah.
And it still feels like the album we wanted to release.
Yeah.
There's like no regrets whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't think the album
It feels good.
I don't think the album, like sonically and in any way, could have been at all better.
No,
I think we really like.
not at that point. At
No,
least.
yeah, but when we think about it, like, because our producer Juho Salaterä, this whole project for him was also, a true passion, and he cut us a lot of slack, and we worked on the record for a year, amidst all the COVID stuff, no gigs, anything, so we had like time, thanks to him, and we really just couldn't have done it any better, and I'm super proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had references
Yeah.
that we talked about, and Juho happens to like every single one of those references too, so it was kind of easy to do that sound, create that record.
Yeah, it was like talking about, hey, we have this idea, and he's like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's nice.
yes,
Let's
do that, and it's just on the same page at all
Yes.
times, pretty much. It's wonderful. It starts
Mostly.
with the riff.
Yeah, you have to have the riff.
Yeah. That usually comes first.
Yeah. And mainly Kappe and Seba, the other guitar player, come up with a riff or two, and then we build a song out of it, and I write the lyrics. So, and it can be something else too, but that's like the core of the process.
Usually, well, either I or Seba come with this general idea of a song, and then we just take it together from there.
Yeah.
I remember when I came up with the song idea and did a demo of it, and I was thinking to myself that, oh man, this riff is so goddamn annoying. I love it, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone seemed to like it also. So yeah, it's quirky and annoying but catchy.
Yeah.
Usually it's about picking up the guitar and just playing and see what comes. Sometimes I have an idea ready or a sound in my head stuff, but usually I just play and then it's like, whoa, what's that? And then I might record it on my phone or take it from there, you know, very spontaneously.
Yeah.
I come up with vocals a lot, and mainly all lyrics are written by me, but we also write vocal melodies together and harmonies and all that stuff. So yeah, it's also a project that is available for every one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also, I think, quite a conscious decision to like, because, you know, we've had, when we started out, you know, it used to be like, I will make a demo or Seba will make a demo, and we had a strong vision, like, no, this is how it's supposed to be, and then everyone else is like, I don't really share that. But instead of doing that, just, you know, write the song, I don't know, halfway through, don't think about it too much, and then just bring it to the table and everybody can feast on it together. And then, you know, everybody feels involved, and because we're a band, like a unit, and everyone has their own thing to bring to the thing, which makes us Dirt. I think the idea just was to not do what people expect in a way, because it's a very, it's a more laid-back tempo, like slow and groovy, and it's usually, if someone releases an album, you kind of expect that, okay, the first 3 songs are gonna be like, and that's basically one of the ideas why we wanted to put it as the first one, because hey, you know, why not?
Yeah.
And it's great, I think.
Yeah. I think I thought that Deadbeat is like the obvious #1 song on that record, and everybody else was like, no.
You mean as the first song?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, Deadbeat as the first single, like,
yeah,
you know, kick the door open, and it's been a tedious process deciding the track list, which songs come to the album, and in which order, especially in which order. Oh, God.
That was incredibly painful.
Yeah. But we did it.
It was a process. Yeah. We have to remember that we went to a studio with 16 songs, so a lot of them dropped out during that process at some point, and then we eventually picked the 9 songs, and they are the ones that fit together perfectly.
Yeah.
And
I think it was like we went to the studio with 16 songs, but we recorded 17 songs.
Actually, yeah.
How did that happen? Did you just write a song there randomly?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so
And the Deadbeat actually. Yeah, we wrote Deadbeat.
Okay, cool.
It started in the sauna, the idea kind of, because we had the riff but we couldn't make it work, and then
the best ideas come in sauna.
Yeah. And then Juho Salaterä, the producer, he was like, yes, let's do it, you know. And then we wrote it in the studio, just took a take, recorded it, and well, that's how it was born basically. So that's cool. I guess it's one of our top favorite songs from Dirt.
Yeah, and I think it was, as a song name, it was cool.
Yeah.
And we have a song called Low Life, and Deadbeat is kind of good chapter 2 for that period.
And Low Life at the time, it was also the heaviest song we've ever written. So
Yeah.
Deadbeat is also the heaviest song we've ever written. So I don't know. There's something in the heaviness that attracts us.
I wrote the lyrics in anger. I read a article about pedophile priests in somewhere in USA that have molested hundreds of children throughout the years, and prayed forgiveness from God, and then just continued to do what they do. And that was the main idea for the lyrics on that song. I don't know if you have something to say about other stuff on that song.
Well, the song had an intro, and then our producer said to get rid of it, and it was a good idea.
Great memories
Yeah.
from the studio.
There's a lot of, yeah, I don't know, it's,
Do you remember what the intro was?
yeah.
Actually, I don't.
It was the...
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was project
It
name
was-
Food Fighters, because it was so kind of
Food
Foo Fighters.
Fighter.
And then so our take on Foo Fighters is God Has Cut You Down, and I don't know. Yeah.
Sure,
That's a
let's
funny
go
story.
with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I think Sweet Retribution was called Swamp Ass.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to explain, but
Yeah, I guess it just sounded like it or something. When the first demo came, I don't know. We just get these random ideas. We don't really think about the project names.
I've paid attention to it a lot throughout the years. Yeah, I just want to come up with cool names for songs, but it doesn't necessarily. I don't think of a title first and then do the lyrics. So at some part of the process, it just comes to mind. Okay, God Has Cut You Down. That's good. Let's go with that.
Makes sense.
I like to write about my personal thoughts about something in the world. For example, Counting Bodies is about climate change and rich people doing what they want to do, and everyone else has to pay the cost. But there's also quite a lot of songs that are about me or about someone I know, about fractured life, about depression, anger, stuff like that. Kind of the dark side of life is always more inspiring than the positive, happy side.
When we first started out as just like a fun little side project in the summer of 2016, it was at the time it was just me, Seba, our other guitarist, and Allu, the drummer, and we just wrote a bunch of like 80s themed songs, because the whole thing started from like Def Leppard or something, like we gotta play rock music.
It was cheesy hair metal.
Yeah. So we did that for a while, and but then somehow naturally things just started shifting more towards the heavier stuff, and because we all have a background in that, like you know, I played, and me, Allu, Ben, the bass player, we played in this thrash metal band, and Seba, the other guitarist, he plays in a death metal band. You know, we have our roots very strongly in extreme metal, so it just kind of always goes there, you know. And then we realized that, you know, fuck yeah, this is the good stuff.
And still we want to keep the other foot in the rock and roll side.
Yeah, that's where you
things.
come in, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the last fortress of rock.
Yeah.
in this band. No.
Otherwise, it will just be growl vocals and we'll be metal band.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Everyone's influences are on the table with this band, and yeah, there's a lot of heavy stuff, and I'm a rocker. I like to write popish vocals, so it necessarily isn't so heavy in the end. I don't know.
So we have the release show in Tavastia July 13th, and but then we have a tour coming up with Shira's Lane in the fall. So we have a solid 6, 7, 8 dates. Something.
So yeah, actually 10.
10
or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, so there's that coming in the fall,
Yeah.
and that's super nice.
Yeah.
You know, get the gig thing going on after the whole pandemic thing, and you know, booking gigs is also very difficult because there's a lot of queues everywhere because it's been building up and building up and building up because it's been cancelled and transferred. So I'm just happy that we can, like, you know, do a tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the new record, because some bands are touring their records that's released in 2020.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
And that's an old record already.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like for, you know, bands who
Kinda.
yeah, but bands who released albums in 2020, 2021, it's very shame because it's kind of like pouring water in the sand, you know, and then you have to come up with something new again.
Yeah.
You know, you can't take that record to its full potential because you can't tour. So 2022. Woo.
Yeah. We've been talking a lot about the process and the about the album, that it's like old. Yeah, sure, it's made 2 years ago basically, but it still feels like new, and we're more than happy to release it now, because this is probably the best time in 2 years to do it.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very confident about
So
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. And yeah, after the tour we'll probably write new music for the next record.
I think we pretty much played all of the songs live except for the last True Blue on
Yep.
View. Yeah.
Yeah, at least once every song.
Yeah. But one of my gig favorites is Sweet Retribution, and I mean, they're all fun to play actually. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's hard to
totally.
make a pick, but I don't know. Sweet Retribution is something that I'm just always a bit extra, like, yes, you know. And then of course God Has Cut You Down. You know, it has a so nice flow to it, and yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, there used to be a time when, as a musician, you would write songs too hard to play live, and you will stress the hell out of them. But now that's not the problem, so you just enjoy everything pretty much.
My favorite is probably Counting Buddies live, maybe.
That's a good one.
There's plenty. And I'm eagerly waiting for True Blue live. That's gonna be cool to do.
I mean, if people
Yeah,
have had time
sure.
to settle in with the record, you know, to really know the songs, you know, of course that'll change because, or that'll change as the behavior with the audience, because they, you know, have something to clinch on because they know. So I'm really looking forward to see those reactions.
Of course, there are people who have seen like 10 gigs from us or something like that. I'm flattered by attention like that, and they know the songs already since we've played them live many times. They know the songs, but still, like, the bigger audience probably doesn't. So, looking forward to it. Whole album, plus some extra songs, and well, there's gonna be special guests, and we'll see what happens. It's our longest gig to date.
Yeah.
Like over an hour at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's our, if we put it this way, it's our like first 1.5 hours in Tavastia ish, 1.5. So we're gonna enjoy it.
Totally.
And we're gonna, you know, make sure it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your fans.
Listen to Deadbeat.
Yeah. And this Bruce Springsteen
It's
song right now is
demolishing.
killing it. But yeah, definitely. Please check out our album because, you know, I think it's great. And
You're being modest.
but it's yeah, I'm just glad it's out there for everyone to listen to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And come to Tavastia.